You know when you're chilling at home, chatting with your friend, and suddenly, out of nowhere, you hear someone else answering back in the exact same tone and voice. You look around and boom, it is your parrot talking back to you like it totally gets what you're saying. How can a little bird like a parrot, with no lips like humans, and a brain that's way smaller than ours, actually copy us so perfectly? In this video, we're diving into one of the weirdest and coolest mysteries in the animal kingdom. We're going to break down exactly how parrots talk like humans and whether they really understand what they're saying, or if they're just super good at mimicking. Let's jump right in. First off, parrots don't talk the same way humans do. They're not forming original sentences to share deep thoughts or feelings or anything like that. But what they can do is mimic human speech scarily well. Now, before we explain how parrots pull that off, let's rewind a bit and talk about how humans actually talk. So when we speak, we use our vocal cords deep in our throat, our tongue to shape sounds, our lips to form letters, and even our nose helps out with some sounds. Now, parrots, they don't even have lips, and their vocal cords aren't built the same way ours are. So how do they manage it? The secret is something called a syrinx. It's a special organ that birds have right where their windpipe splits off into the lungs. That little thing is way more advanced than our vocal cords, and it lets parrots mimic basically anything they hear. Voices, phones ringing, doorbells, even a cat meowing. But not all birds can do this. So what makes parrots special? Turns out they've got a pretty smart brain for their size. There's a part of their brain with areas called the NLC and CMM, and those areas help them learn and remember sounds, then recreate them accurately. Some parrots are especially good at this, like the African grey parrot, probably the smartest one out there. Some of these birds have learned over 1,000 words. Amazon parrots, cockatiels, budgies, the little ones. But here's the big question. Do parrots actually understand what they're saying? Scientists are kind of split on this. Some say, nah, they're just repeating words they've heard a lot, like a toddler copying stuff without really knowing what it means. But others say, maybe, at least in some cases. There's this one famous parrot named Alex who was trained by scientists. He could identify colors, shapes, numbers, and even ask for specific food. So yeah, it looked like he really got some of what he was saying. So maybe it's a yes, maybe it's a maybe. Scientists are still working to figure out how parrots process language. But what we do know is that parrots are super social creatures who love to chat and copy other birds. Think of it like a parrot version of gossip. They hear something interesting or a sound they like, they repeat it and add their own commentary. It's how they communicate and learn about the world around them. Now, if you're wondering, no, parrots aren't born talking. It's like anything else. It takes practice and learning. And here's what helps: being around people who talk a lot, repeating the same phrases, using the same tone every time, giving the bird positive reactions when it repeats something. Some people train parrots using voice recordings on repeat. Others just talk to them directly, which usually works better because parrots crave interaction. But keep in mind, parrots don't talk all the time. Sometimes they're just not in the mood, or they're distracted or tired or even bored. Parrots also talk for different reasons. When they're happy, they might start chattering away. If they feel lonely, they might talk just to feel like someone's there. And sometimes they use certain phrases to get your attention, like calling your name. One more important thing: parrots can get super attached to their humans. The stronger the bond between you and your bird, the more it'll want to talk with you and copy your voice. So back to the big question: can parrots really talk like humans? Well, no, not exactly like us. They're not forming complex thoughts or full-on conversations, but they can mimic human speech almost perfectly, and sometimes even connect certain words to meanings. It's pretty mind-blowing. And who knows, maybe as science evolves, we'll find out parrots are way smarter than we ever thought. In the end, parrots aren't just pretty birds with funny sounds. They're smart little creatures with the power to surprise you, make you laugh, and maybe even feel like you're having a real conversation with a feathered friend. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future episodes. And if you've got any weird questions or crazy topics you want us to cover, drop them in the comments. We read everything. Catch you later.